Hello students, today in this session we will be continuing with our previous problem of the orthographic projections. Today we will be drawing the left hand side view of this given object. In the previous session we have drawn the front view of this object in the direction of arrow x, and then we have drawn the top view of this object. Now in this session we will draw the left hand side view. If we observe this object from the left hand side view, that is from this direction, we can see two surfaces, or we can say that two surfaces are entirely visible. The first surface is of this lower part. You can see this planar surface. Now this planar surface will be entirely visible from the left hand side view. Similarly, this cylinder or the top cylinder will be visible from the left hand side view. So while drawing the side view, first we will construct the lower surface, which is this surface, which is clearly visible, and the circular hole inside it is also visible. So from the side we can see this entire planar surface and the circular hole inside it. Similarly, on the top side we can see this cylinder. So in the left hand side view, first we will construct this shape, that is the side view of the lower part. Now you can see in this lower part, the total height of this lower part is what, 55 mm, whereas the width is what, 50 mm. The diameter of this circular hole is 25 mm. Now for this surface, the lower part is semicircular in shape, that is the part from this center to this end is what, semicircular in shape, whereas the upper part is rectangular in shape. So in the first step we will construct this surface. So for constructing the surface, you can see this is the front view that we have drawn earlier, and this is the top view. So in order to draw the side view, first we have to draw a line inclined at 45 degree from any point on the side. So you can see I have constructed a line, or I am constructing a line of side 40 of inclination 45 mm. Now I will give the dimension here so that you can understand. So this is our front view, this is our top view. Now this line, you have to draw an inclined line from any point on the xy line. In the side view, from any point on the xy line, draw inclined line at 45 degree. Now I will give the dimension so that you can see the angle. So the angle between this line and this line is equal to 45 degree. So you can see the angular distance between this horizontal line, xy line, and this inclined line is what, 45 degree. So in order to draw the side view, first you have to draw a line inclined at 45 degree from any point on the xy line. Now currently I am removing this dimension. Now in the next step, in order to draw the side view, what we have to do, first you have to project the center line. You can see this is the center line in the side view, in the top view. You have to project this center line in the side view. So in order to project this center line, just extend this center line up till this point, that is the 45 degree line. So I am extending the center line. So first step is to extend this center line up to the 45 degree line. Then from this point on the 45 degree line, you have to draw vertical center line. So in the next step, what we will do is we will draw a vertical center line from this point in the side view. So we have drawn the vertical center line. So what we have done, first we have drawn a line inclined at 45 degree. This line is inclined at 45 degree to the xy line, and then we have constructed the center line by projecting it in the side view. First we have projected the center line, and then we have drawn the vertical center line. Now in the second step, again you have to project this center line, that is this horizontal center line, in the side view. So what we will do, we will just extend this center line in the side view. So we have extended the center line. So in the next step, what we have done, the center line that we have drawn in the front view, we have extended that center line in the side view. So this is the center of the semicircle that we have to draw. You can see in this image that we have to draw a semicircle in the lower portion, and the center of this semicircle is what, intersection of the vertical center line and the intersection of this horizontal center line. So till now what we have done, we have drawn the vertical center line, this is the vertical center line, and this is the horizontal center line. So the point of intersection of the vertical center line and the horizontal center line is the center of the semicircle. Now what is the diameter of the semicircle? We have already seen that the diameter of the semicircle is equal to 50 mm. You can see the diameter of the semicircle is equal to 50 mm. So now we will draw a semicircle with diameter 50 mm and center as this point. So here I will draw a semicircle of diameter 50 mm. So with this point at the center, I will draw a semicircle of diameter 50 mm. So this is my center point. Now I am drawing a semicircle of diameter 50 mm. So the radius will be what? 25 mm. Okay, here. So this is my center and with diameter 50. So here you can see I have drawn the complete circle, but it is not a complete circle, it is a semicircle. So what you have to do while you are drawing this circle, you don't need to draw the entire circle, you just need to draw the lower portion, that is the semicircle. So now I will erase the upper part. So you can see I have removed the upper part. So you have to keep in mind that while drawing the semicircle on a circle, you have to draw just the lower part, no need to draw the upper part. So we have completed the lower semicircle. Now next what we have to do, in the next step we will draw this horizontal line. Now you can see this horizontal line. Now this horizontal line is also of width 50 mm. But for drawing this horizontal line, first we have to project these vertical lines. You can see these vertical lines. Now what will be the length of this vertical line? That is the distance from this point to this point. That is the distance from this point to this point. So in order to find the length, what we will do, we will directly project the length from the top view. Now you can see that you have already marked the width. This is the width. You have already marked the width. So what we have to do, you have to just project it in the side view. Before that, what we will do, we will project this line, whereas we will project this horizontal line in the side view. So first we have to draw a horizontal straight line. We will project this line in the side view. So from this point, draw a light line in the side view. This is what the projection line. So for completing the remaining surface, what you have to do, you have to just project this line in the side view. In the next step, now what we will do, we will draw a vertical line from this point to this point. So we have drawn the vertical line. Again, from this point, you will draw a straight vertical line up to the projected line. So what we have to do, in order to draw these two lines, you have to just project this line in the side view by drawing a light horizontal straight line. This is a light horizontal straight line, projection line. And then you have to draw a vertical line from this two end. And then finally what we will do, we will join this point with this point by using a dark line. So now what I am doing, I am joining this point to this end point by using a dark line. So after projecting, we have completed the side view of the lower surface. Now there is a circular hole. So in order to draw the circular hole here, we will see the diameter of the hole. Now what is the diameter of the hole is 25 mm. So in the next step, we have to draw a circular hole or a circle with this point as the center. So this point will be what? Center. With this point as the center, we have to draw a circular hole of diameter 25 mm. So now we will draw a circular hole of diameter 25 mm. So you can see we have drawn the circular hole of diameter 25 mm. Now in the next step, what we will do, we will draw the side view of this vertical cylinder. You can see this is my vertical cylinder. So now we will draw the side view of this upper part, that is the upper vertical cylinder. In order to draw the side view of this upper part, again we have to project the top line, that is you can see the line representing the height of the cylinder. This top line has to be projected in the side view. Now what we will do, we will project the line in the side view. So from this point, we have to draw a light projection line in the side view. The projection line should be light. So we have drawn the projection line. Now what we have done by drawing this projection line, we have constructed the height. You know that the height is 30 mm. So we have directly projected the height in the side view, so that you don't need to take the distance of height again. So we have directly projected the height in the side view. Now we projected diameter of this cylinder. Now you know the diameter of this cylinder is what? 40 mm. So in order to project this diameter, we will see the top view. Now in top view, the cylinder is represented by the outer circle. This is the outer circle which is of diameter 40 mm. So now we will project the diameter of this outer circle from the top view in the left hand side view. So for that, what we will do, we will just project the end points of the circle. So you can see this is my outer circle. Take the first upper point of the outer circle and project it on 45-degree line. See, we have projected it. Again, project the lower point of this circle on the 45-degree line. So in order to mark the diameter of this cylinder in this side view, what we have to do, you have to just project the diameter. You can see the end points of the diameter of this circle are projected on 45-degree line. Then in the next step, what we will do, you will project this line in the side view. So from this point I have drawn a vertical projection line. Again from this point you will draw a vertical projection line in the side view. So you can see that finally we have projected the diameter from the top view in the side view. Now this rectangle in the side view, this upper rectangle represents what? Side view of the vertical cylinder, that is this cylinder. This cylinder will be represented in side view by this rectangle. So now this rectangle should be dark, so we will draw dark line to represent the rectangle or the side view of the cylinder, vertical cylinder. So the line from this point to this point should be dark, then from this point to end, and again this vertical line should be dark. So after projecting the height from the front view and diameter from the top view by using these two construction lines, the final view, that is the final rectangle obtained, should be dark since it will be visible from the side. Now we will, in the next step, we will project these holes. Now you can see there are two holes, that is the upper hole which is of height 10 mm and the lower hole which is below the upper hole. Now these holes when observed from the side will not be visible. Now you can see if I observe these holes, that is the upper hole and the lower hole, from the side view, they will not be visible. So these holes should be represented in the side view by using hidden lines. Now how to draw these holes in the side view? It is very simple. First we will project this hole. You can see this is the height of the hole, that is given to 10 mm. So first we will project the height equal to 10 mm in the side view. So for projection, what we will do, you have to just draw a construction line from the lower point. Now you can see the hole begins from this point and it ends here, that is at a height of 10 mm. So what we will do, this lower part which will be projected in the side view. So we have projected, you can see this is the height of the hole, that is equal to 10 mm. So this lower line, which is a hidden line, will be projected in the side view. Now in the next step, what we have to do, we will complete the hole. Now the diameter of this hole is what? 25 mm. You already know that the diameter of this upper hole is 30 mm. We have assumed as 30 mm and the diameter of the lower part is what? 25 mm. So in order to draw this hole, what we will do, we will project this circle in the side view. Now this hole is represented in the top view by this second circle. Now you can see this first circle, outer circle, represents what? The cylinder. Now this second circle, which is of diameter 30 mm, represents the upper hole. So in the next step, what we have to do, we have to just project the end points of this second circle in the on the 45-degree line. So we will see here. Now we will project the end points of the second circle on the 45-degree line. I am projecting here. We have projected it on 45-degree line. While drawing construction line, you have to draw light line. So we will be projecting by using light lines. So I have projected the first point. Similarly, I will again project the second end point of the second circle. So I have projected this point again, you can see. So what we have done, we have projected the end points of the second circle, that is of diameter 30 mm on the 45-degree line. After projecting the circle, now what we will do, we will draw vertical projection line in the side view. So again from these points we have to draw vertical projection line up till this point, and then again from this point you have to draw vertical projection line up till the horizontal projection line. So you can see I am projecting the line. So what we have done, we have first projected the height of this hole, that is equal to 10 mm, by drawing this construction line, horizontal construction line, and then we have projected the diameter of this hole, that is equal to 30 mm, by drawing two horizontal projection lines in the top view, and then we have projected it in the side view. Now we will construct the hole. So for constructing the hole, what you have to do, you have to join this point, that is this point, or we have to draw a line from this point to the upper end, and this line will be hidden line. You can see this line is a hidden line. We have drawn it by using dotted line. Similarly, from this point you will draw a vertical line till the upper surface. So we have drawn two hidden lines, and this line represent what? The height of the hole. Now from this point to this point you have to draw a straight hidden line, since the entire hole is invisible. So again, from this point to this point I will draw a straight hidden line. Now it is not visible, so I will erase the middle portion. You don't need to erase. What you can do, you can draw the position line very light. So I am erasing this middle part since it is not required. Now what we will do, we will just join this point with this point, end point. So you can see we have constructed the hole which is of height 10 mm and diameter equal to 30 mm in the side view. Now in the next step, what we will do, we will draw this hole, that is the hole of diameter 25 mm. But before drawing this hole of diameter 25 mm, we have to project first this edge. Now you can see, as already told, this vertical surface and this horizontal surface are meeting at this point. So this point represents what? The front view of the edge lying here. So there is an edge present at this corner, and this edge when observed from the side will not be visible. Now you can see from this figure there is an edge here at this corner, and if I see this object from the left hand side view, this edge will not be visible, or we can say that this edge is what? Hidden, the edge passing through this corner. So we have to represent this edge in this side view by using a dotted line or a hidden line. So in order to represent this edge, what we have to do, first we will project the corner in the side view. Now you can see I am taking this point, this is my corner point or the edge to be projected. From this point I will draw a construction line, light construction line. So I have drawn a light construction line from this corner in the side view. Now from the obtained point, that is from this point you have to draw a dotted line that represents the edge. So you can see the edge passing through this corner is drawn in the side view by using a dotted line. So first project the point in the side view and then draw the dotted line. Now in the next step, what we will do, we will draw this hole which is of diameter 25 mm. Now this hole is of diameter 25 mm. The height of the hole is already marked. You can see the hole lies between this line and this lower line. So the hole begins from this point and it ends here. So the height is already projected. The height will lie between this dotted line, upper dotted line, and this lower dotted line. Now we need the diameter. So in order to project the diameter, what we will do, we will project the end points of this inner circle. Now you can see this inner circle is of diameter 25 and it represents the lower hole. So now we will project the end points of this inner circle of diameter 25. So what you have to do, again we will project the end points of this inner circle. So this is the first end point. It will be projected till 45-degree line. Okay, I will be projecting here. So this is my first end point. It will be projected in the side on the 45-degree line. So we will project it till 45-degree line. Again in the next step we will project this lower end of the circle of diameter 25 mm till 45-degree line. So what we have done, we have projected the lines of 45-degree on the 45-degree line end points. So you can see what we have done, we have projected the end points of this circle, that is the circle of diameter 25 mm on the 45-degree line. Now in the next step what we will do, okay, this line is little bit inclined, I will make it straight. So first I am projecting the ends of this circle straight to the right hand side, and then I will be projecting the ends of the lower end of the circle straight to the right hand side. After projecting, I will remove the extra part. So this line is the extra part, not required. Similarly, this is not required. Okay, I will remove the extra part again. So you can see that we have projected the ends of the circle of diameter 25 mm in the on the 45-degree line. Now what we will do, we will draw vertical projection line from these 2 points, that is this point and this point. So in the next step, you have to draw vertical projection line. So again, from this point we will draw a vertical projection line till this lower hidden line. You can see I have drawn a vertical projection line, but it is ending at here, that is the lower hidden line, since the hole will end here. Similarly, in the next step, I will draw a vertical projection line from this point. You can see this is my lower point. I will project a vertical projection line in the side view. So finally, we have projected the horizontal line, and then we have projected in the side view. Now we will draw the hole. So in order to draw the hole, you have to draw simply, you can see in the side view, this is my side view, I have obtained this point, first point, and this is my second point. So from these 2 points, you have to draw hidden lines in vertically upward direction till here. So this is my first hidden line, and in the next step, I will draw a vertical hidden line from this point to this end. So we have constructed this hole which is of diameter 25 mm. Now I will give the dimension so that you can understand that what we have drawn exactly. So the dimension of the lower hole is equal to 25 mm. You can see I will give the dimension here. So you can see we have constructed the hole of diameter 25 mm on the upper side, on the lower side, and this hole on the upper side is of diameter 30 mm. We will give the dimension from this point to this point. It should be what? 30 mm. So the diameter is equal to 30 mm. So finally we have completed the left hand side view of the object. So the upper hole is of diameter 30 mm and height 10 mm, and the lower hole is of diameter 25 mm. The lower hole begins where the upper hole ends, and the ending of the lower hole is at this edge, that is the edge we have projected in the side view. So this is the completed left hand side view of the given object. So you can see here that finally we have completed the front view, the top view, and the left hand side view of the given object. While drawing the left hand side view, you don't need to take the dimensions. What you have to do, you have to just project the lines from the top view and from the front view. For obtaining height, you have to draw the lines from the front view, and for obtaining the width, you have to draw the construction lines from the top view. So this is the final projected view, that is the front view, the top view, and the side view of the given object. So this is my front view, this is the top view, and this is the side view. After completing the figure, that is the front view, top view, and side view, we can give the necessary dimensions. Now you can see that we have already given the dimensions. The length is given here, the height is mentioned here, the center of this hole from the bottom line is also mentioned, the height of the vertical cylinder is equal to 30 mm, it is also drawn. Then the height of this hole is equal to 10 mm. You can see the diameter of the inside hole at the lower side is 25 mm, the diameter of the upper hole is 30 mm, and the diameter of this outer cylinder is equal to 40 mm. Now I will show the diameter of this outer cylinder also. You can see the diameter of this outer cylinder is equal to 40 mm. Okay, it is 40.5 mm, but you have to take 40 mm. So while projecting these lines, project it very carefully, and this line is inclined at 45 degree. I will give the angular dimension also. So the angle between these two lines is equal to what? 45 degrees. So this inclined line is at angle of 45 degree with the XY line. So this is my front view, this is my top view, and this is my left hand side view.